Dan, you want to hear something crazy?
Mm.
Did I ever tell you about the time I nearly got ran over by Boris Johnson?
No.
Yeah, genuine. True story. Scout's honour, nearly got run over by Boris Johnson. So,
Were you playing rugby against him?
No. Otherwise, I'd have a broken face. So, I worked for a car company, and he came there as part of his election campaign to become Prime Minister.
Right.
And they let him drive one of the cars off the track. And I was stood at a reasonable distance, as I don't vote Conservative. Just kind of, let's see what this bellend does, kind of thing. And they said, oh, well, and basically they told him all he's got to do is come out the track, turn like left and stop. He proper overshot it. And if you can find the video on the internet, you will see me kind of having to dive out of the way as this fucking car comes towards me. And he's like, poof, as he hits the brakes, you're like, oh my God, this man's a fucking moron.
But it's not the first time you've been in danger with someone high profile.
It's not. It's not, actually. So the same place, right, same company, when I went for my second interview, they didn't tell me that my interview was at the same time as a visit from previously His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales.
Right.
Currently, His Royal Highness King Charles III.
Yes.
So basically, I think the idea was King Charles, the King, was at the place and he was supposed to be there in the morning and fuck off at midday. My interview was about 12:30, but as a punctual boy, I arrived about 15 minutes early, and his thing was overrunning. No one told me, so I walked in and I went, car park's pretty empty. That's weird. Oh, there's like a limo parked out the front. Oh, okay, weird. Walking around all in my suit with my laptop on. Yeah, with my laptop under my arm, ready to do my presentation for my job interview. This woman, whoa, what are you doing? I've got a job interview. Pulls back her blazer. She's got a fucking pistol.
Oh, shit.
Not here.
Not here.
Like, it's here. She's like, well, you can't come this way. Like, this is the reception. And I had to go and hide in like the employee entrance until like the motorcade left, and then had to go in.
Fuck.
Because I was yeah. It was like, basically I'd have walked straight in and gone, and like, I'd have gone, wow, this is all, like, they've put a lot of drama in for a guy who's got an interview. Yeah. Because all the employees were all round, like, in the foyer, shaking hands with Charles at the time. So, bad timing. Yes.
You were almost shot by one of Charles's bodyguards.
Yeah, and then in the same job, nearly ran over by Boris Johnson.
Brilliant.
Welcome to another episode of Would a Panther Kill a Raccoon in the Wild?
The show we were too lazy to pitch to TV.
The podcast game show where two friends argue about the third's most burning and sometimes pointless questions in order to get a much-needed point in our season-long contest.
In some rounds, the two answerers don't always get to choose which side of an argument they're fighting for, which leads to some quick thinking and often has them mainly persuading themselves, but more importantly, the questioner to believe in what they're saying.
In other rounds, the answerers get a more open question where they can be far more creative with their choices, but they only get a short amount of time, and whatever they say first, they must stick with, no takebacks.
Our special round for Season 1 is Round 3 Fight, where the questioner will pick a universe from which the answerers must pick a character within it, and they must convince the questioner that their character will win in a one-on-one fight to the death.
That's the game.
Well done, Dan.
We're here with episode 9.
You sound thrilled.
You've worn me out in 2 minutes.
We're here. No, what warned you? What warned?
Warn you out. Warned.
What warned me out?
What wore you out?
What? That's the one. What wore you out?
Every time I had to say episode 9.
Yeah, that too, but also waiting for me at 7 circles of heck situations in Morrison's about half an hour ago.
Literally, we just experienced heck.
It was honestly crazy because it is literally just what Kirk said in that heck episode. It was
Getting
like
stuck at the.
It was like self-checkout. Me and Dan went to the regular person checkout, and we flew through.
Yeah.
Even though it was some little old lady, she was like grease lightning. She was. Kirk, we're like there with a trolley full of stuff, and Kirk's literally got 2 sandwiches and a drink, and he's like, I need to wait for them to approve my beer.
And then it didn't work.
It kept disappearing.
And then he had to
it didn't
go.
work again. And then you had to go to a different machine, which didn't work again.
What was the point in self-service if I need this little lady to put me through 3 tills?
I know, it's terrible.
Mad.
It's the world we're going into, automation.
Mm-hmm.
Self-service checkouts kill jobs.
Well, no, they're creating one.
Not there.
There's one creating one. This lady here.
They're like that.
Yeah, but that could have been 8 cashiers.
No.
Anyway, so episode 9 of Would a Panther Kill a Raccoon in the Wild?
Welcome.
Dan, what's the scores?
The scores are me and James both on 9,
Yeah.
and Kirk is a 9 upside down.
Yeah. There's a lot of 9 happening. And
Kirk's on
6.
6. Yeah.
if it's the German version, there's a lot of negativity happening right now.
Yeah. So Kirk's on 6. Kirk, once again, has to try and pull a blinder to try and keep himself alive.
You said this last time, and I pulled a blinder. I won a round, didn't change fuck all.
No, it didn't change fuck all because you
won a round, but you should have won another one.
Yeah, you lost the second. And in all honesty,
It was painful for me to give that point to James.
yeah,
Like,
Dan wanted.
I was rooting you on, rooting for you, and then
You got Peter Griffin as his shit character. Who fought? You could have fought Darth Maul with his hand behind his back. Anyway, that's my implosion. It's not as funny as Dan's.
No, you're not as salty as good old
Salty D.
Right. Okay. So here we are. Let's get the let's fucking do this.
Right.
Let's get
Yeah!
it.
Let's fucking do this.
It's aggressive.
Get it. Oh.
He's pumped.
Anyway, on to the old coin flippity question.
So Daniel's got our closed question for the day.
Right. Here comes Kirk's win number 1.
Confident.
You think so? Depends which one you get. One's an insta win and one's an insta lose. No, I'm joking.
What is this?
Head, you get a point. Tail deal.
Who would win, a head or a tail?
That's pretty much the best that Kirk's going to get for a while.
So first option is I've titled it Weird Bodily Functions.
Jeez.
To do with food.
Right.
So you have nacho cheese snot. In brackets, I've put cheese sneeze. Your urine is hot coffee. Your poop is chocolate. You poo blocks of chocolate. Your tears are made of honey.
Ooh.
And your sweat is whatever you last drank. Or everything not living, so no plants or animals or humans, you touch turns to a random food item with your fingertips. So if you touch it with your fingertips, it will turn into a random food item.
Okay.
Or you have all the weird bodily food functions.
Oh, you got one either or.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the weird bodily food functions is one, with all the ones I listed.
Okay.
And then the other one is everything you touch.
Yep. Okay.
Turns to
Yeah.
food. Random food.
Okay.
And you can't control what food that is. It's
No.
random food.
It's completely random.
So you could touch a pencil as a broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Um,
Okay. I'm excited for this one.
So we've got the special coin again, too precious to lose. The 64.
NQ64 from the arcade bar NQ64 in Manchester.
Yep. And the 1-up on the other side.
Yep.
So 1-up. Kirk, what's it going to be?
If it's 1-up, then I want all the functions, bodily functions.
You want the functions if it's a 1-up?
Yeah.
Are we going for better or worse? Are we arguing for which is best?
As in to convince you which one to have.
Yeah.
So which one's best?
We're going back to the classic character select screen.
Yeah. Okay. So
And I've got to pick a trait.
yeah, that's
And
fine.
these are my 2 options. I have to pick one.
All right.
Let's go.
I made a good ting, that did.
That'd been a great thing.
You are getting everything you touch.
Okay.
You did not look happy with that. Everything you touched.
I just felt like it was going to go the other way, but fine.
Okay.
And
So
that's pure fingertips only.
Okay.
So from your first knuckle of each finger
Yeah.
upwards.
Okay.
while Kirk's floundering, I'll start. Shall I?
Floundering. I was just thinking.
I'd be the best barista ever. I'd be a walking barista because, like, wherever I go, I can just piss coffee and then like put a bit of chocolate or honey in it.
Yeah, sure. Until the food hygiene comes around.
Yeah, who's going?
There goes that.
I disagree because if I'm pissing hot coffee, that's sterile, man.
When it also be like really painful.
I mean, yeah.
It's also touched your wang.
Who doesn't want to touch my wang?
Come on, Kirk. We raised our hand.
We don't all go around hanging dong in front of our friends. At least it'd be private, it'd be under the counter. Like, you'd walk into a Starbucks and be like, "Oh, can I get a mocha?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, sure."
You could have like a fake. You'd have like a fake tap that you pull on the tap, but actually you're just weeing in the car.
And it'd be great because if your sweat is whatever you just drank, that's incredible, right? Because you're like, if you're wasted, you can just be like licking your armpit for some more beer for free.
What did you drink before this conversation?
A Monster Energy Nitro.
That's not going to be nice coming out your pores.
Why?
Sticky.
Oh yeah, that's a good
acidic. And before that, you had tea, hot tea.
Would it still be hot as it comes out?
Yeah.
The last thing you drank.
You drank hot tea.
Yeah, milky.
If the hot
milky
coffee
tea
is,
too.
Yeah.
That could work really well though, because surely if you, well, obviously, what is sweating? Sweating is using like releasing liquid to cool your body down. So if you were too hot and you drank like ice water,
oh yeah, if you're that prepared about it,
and you'd be like, oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's got to be really careful. You never know when you get into a sticky situation.
True.
Can I ask about the pooping chocolate? What exactly is coming out here?
Like blocks of chocolate.
I thought
No,
so.
what
Yes, you got
size?
sharp edged chocolates.
What size?
Like a Yorkie bar.
Oh, yeah.
See, if it was a Galaxy, I think that'd be okay.
Galaxy Smooth.
Yeah.
it would come out smooth.
Or, you know, the dairy milks they did that weren't square, they were like round.
Bubbly.
Yeah. But this is Yorkie. These are mountains.
Yes, Yorkie. You remember the
sphincter is opening and closing around this thing.
Do you remember when?
Oh.
Do you remember when Yorkie used to advertise "not for girls"?
Yes.
And do you remember the adverts where
Back in the good old days.
back before political correctness gone mad? Like there was like an advert. I remember it because I'm sure it popped up on YouTube as like a weird like throwback thing, and it was like this clearly like young girl, like school age girl, with a fake mustache tries to buy a Yorkie, and then the mustache falls off, and he goes, "Not for girls."
I don't remember that one.
Fucking weird, man.
Man fuel for man stuff.
Yeah,
That's the one I remember.
man fuel for man stuff. Yeah, Celeste absolutely fucking loves Yorkies, and every single time she buys one, I'm like, "Not for girls."
I think it was probably a really good marketing campaign.
Yeah,
because it just made girls want it even more.
Yeah.
Do you remember then they did? Was it the fruit and nut Yorkies that were pink, and they said "not for boys"?
I don't remember that.
They're garbage.
But
Yeah, and they were like basically just Yorkies with like raisins in.
Yeah.
No. So
anyway,
Kirk's one would be shit, right? Here's why. Like, so okay, I piss hot coffee. Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain.
Yeah.
Kirk literally can't do anything. Kirk, you want to edit the podcast? You pick up your computer mouse. Bang! It's a beef burger. You're a vegetarian. You're fucked because you can't control that. Kirk, you want to have a wank? You touch your dick.
Yeah, what's the deal with
It's a
that?
hot
You can
dog.
touch yourself.
Okay, I can touch myself. Thank God for that.
It turns into a wiener.
Remember, it's no living things.
You go
change.
okay. Yeah, you go to pick up a pair of gloves because your hands are cold.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Next
And
thing,
then-
it's a jar of Nutella.
yeah, that is awkward.
You go to pick up the toilet paper to wipe your ass because you don't shit chocolate. That toilet paper's just become an American cheese single.
The way around this, as gross as it sounds, is
To not wipe your ass.
no.
Do you want me to give Kirk a little more of a fighting chance?
Why? Because
Just a little more.
Because I'm just hot dog him.
He's going to say I can wear gloves.
That 1 in 10 things will turn.
No, do you know what? Keep it as it is. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good.
I tried.
I'm going to visit Dan's
James gets
one
the
of
point.
Dan's banned one of Dan's banned questions here,
Oh yeah.
where it was actually at the start of our last episode about the ants. Those 2 million ants. I'm going to let those living ants live on those fingertips. I
But
can
as
touch
they-
whatever I want.
But as they're touching you, they're becoming like
No,
sugar
living
cubes.
things don't change.
I know.
Living things.
So I can as long as I've got something living on my hands. It could even. Oh, what about bacteria, microorganisms? Can I have that on my hands? And that's not going to change anything. Therefore, it's blocking everything in the way.
Nah. Your filthy hands.
Well, that's what I'd have to live with. But I could also.
I'm sorry. Kurt.
Look, no. Let's go back to one of our first episodes where we talk about disabilities. There is enough in the world where I actually have to use my hands for anything. And let's talk about the pluses of what this situation holds. I'm getting attacked. I'm getting threatened with something. No, it's a broccoli. No, easy. I need to hand some homework in. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. It's literally a potato.
When do you need to do homework?
Kirk, 29-year-old Kirk, doing homework.
This is all in the space, all right? We're in the space.
Shut up about the
And
stupid space.
Let's not
You gotta
forget
play in the
let's not
space,
forget
though.
about the obvious answer, which is when I'm hungry. And yes, it's a gamble. That's what makes it fun. It's a little fruit roulette wheel.
Yeah,
And
you
I
say
go,
that.
"Woo!"
You say that, and you're like, "Oh, damn, my favorite. Oh, wicked." And then you go to pick it up, and it turns into your least favorite.
I'll say if it's already food, it's fine.
Okay, if it's already okay. Good.
Oh, right, okay. So
Because that would be funny.
Because then you'd
actually.
just be holding something and it just go.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a Mario Kart ball.
Yeah.
okay then.
And then when you
Okay.
put it down, it's like,
Okay,
that's what it
so
is.
Kurt, what's your favorite meal?
Favorite meal?
Chicken strips.
No,
Kirk the vegetarian.
probably pizza. Pizza.
Okay, pizza. So you
Meat feast pizza.
Okay, so you're like, oh yeah, pizza, fucking great. Oh, Papa John's, Domino's. Which one's your like favorite takeaway?
Favorite takeaway? Let's say Papa John's this time.
Okay, I was about. You're about to be like a madman and throw out snappies.
Pizza go-go.
Pizza go. Oh, pizza delivery. You open up the door. Cheers, mate. Thank you. That's a really nice pizza. Good. Take the box. Shit, pizza's on the floor because your box just turned into a salad.
That's if I grab it with my fingers. I can place it onto my arm, and I can just carry it in, and then I can just full on headbutt myself into.
To be
the
honest,
pizza.
I was waiting for you to say something so I could be like, oh, knife and fork. Every time you pick up a knife and fork, they'd turn into like fucking licorice sticks or something. Like you're fucked.
Chopsticks.
I also want to say that
Chopsticks aren't living. They might be from wood, but they are dead.
the way I imagine it is the food isn't necessarily relative to the size of the object you touch. So say if I picked up the coin and it will turn into like a baked potato. Like,
Yeah,
the size doesn't
or
matter.
a watermelon,
Or a leg of lamb.
yeah.
Yeah, it would just pop. Or it could turn into, like I say, a sugar cube.
I could end world hunger. There's
You
the
could-
obvious.
You could end world hunger, and that would be incredible. But
Mhm.
I could put Starbucks out of business.
Well, that's a stretch.
And you know what I could do as well is I don't even have to do it in a positive way. I could turn around and I could be like, "Look, guys, do you want to know where Starbucks comes from?" And then piss, and everyone would be like, "Oh no, we're drinking freak piss," and I'll be like, "Starbucks, you're out of business, mate."
Dan,
Got a problem with Starbucks.
if glue,
Costa, fuck you, fam.
All coffee shops.
Cafe Nero, more
Coffee.
like Cafe Let's Go.
Coffee is no more.
Kenko, more like Deadco.
Jesus,
Nescafe, more like fuck off.
fuck cafe, fuck cafe.
Nespresso, more like Depresso.
Dan, if glue didn't exist and the only thing left was food, what food would you use to stick something together?
Can I heat it up?
No, just like if it was right there, what would you use to stick something else?
If I can't heat something up to make it sticky.
Yeah.
So what do I use something to stick together?
Use some kind of food you can eat.
Honey.
Thank you. That's coming out your eyelids, mate. You can't see shit. As soon as you cry, they're stuck together.
I mean, you were thinking cheese, right?
I was thinking cheese.
Yeah.
fair
Like
enough.
I was gonna
Like-
like cheese.
Well, I was hoping he'd say honey and answer
cheese
his
would
own
be like
question.
a hot glue gun.
Well, I was actually thinking marshmallows, but
Oh yeah,
Oh,
marshmallows.
that'd be good. But still, honey is sticky,
Honey is sticky.
and you're crying that stuff,
I am.
and it's coming out of your tear ducts.
But what if
and
I
it's-
wasn't sad?
Well, then you can't cry ever again.
That's fine.
You can also cry with happiness.
hold back tears.
Yeah. Hold back the river. You've got to James Bay this for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's very true. But also, Also,
You poop in chasms and you can't, and that's going to hurt. That's going to make you cry every time.
also Cadbury's.
Yeah.
Cadbury's can suck a dick.
Pooping will bring you to tears.
Cadbury's can suck a dick.
Why?
I wouldn't like. I'd just be like, oh, and how
Do you want to see where chocolate comes from?
Yeah.
But it's only Yorkies.
Well,
It's
Nestle.
only Nestle.
Nestle would be fucked. Kit Kat, more like Dick Shat.
Isn't that the coffee?
Yeah, all of it.
What were the other things he's got? What was the first one?
Next he's gonna.
Cheesy snot.
Oh yeah, cheesy nacho
Well,
cheesy
Nacho
snot.
cheese snot.
That's fucking great.
Cheese sneeze.
That's fucking great. You know, what's that? You want something to dip your Doritos in?
Snot rocket.
Yeah.
James, with your asthma, how bad is it when you get a cold?
It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, and so this mucousy nacho cheese is now building up in every part of your sinuses.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
getting blocked in there. That's not
true,
pleasant.
but that's fine because all I do is just like piss up my nose and boil it out with the hot coffee. Mocha,
He's
more
just
like
resorted
cocker.
to pissing on his own face.
That's what he wants to do.
There's Pornhub for that.
I'm sure there will be some kind of. He's gone.
I'd be a star on OnlyFans. There's gotta be some cunt. There's gotta be some
Why did it
cunts.
always turn to this?
There's gotta be some cunts out there that are willing to pay to watch me drop chocolate.
Fucking hell.
Hey baby, you want an espresso?
2 girls, 1 chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nom.
Next he's gonna be like, oh, your nipples fire crisps.
I'm sure there are some gloves out there
Look,
that I
right.
could make out of some kind of living
Look,
thing.
right,
That
Kirk.
means I can still
I
touch stuff.
think you guys are missing the point. Milk comes out of boobs. What's wrong with coffee coming out of cock?
If you sweat milk, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about how the coffee's being brewed.
Oh, imagine sweating milk, the curdled milk.
I'm chill.
Chill. You can't see anything.
He's perfectly content pooping chocolate.
And I jizz marshmallow fluff.
I left that one out.
The thing is, your friends wouldn't trust anything, would they? You like a cup of coffee? No. Want some chocolate? No. I mean, you offered me chocolate when I walked in. I'm kind of regretting that.
That was really nice. That was really
yeah,
nice
I'm kind of worried.
It was really nice chocolate done. It was really nice. It was salted butterscotch toffee Morrison's chocolate. It was beautiful.
It starts with salted and it's chocolate. I'm not interested. I think we can call it there.
I kind of feel like this was set up.
Nescafe, more like suck my balls.
I'm going to give Kirk the point.
Yes.
Racist.
I don't want to give anyone the point.
It's terrible. It was racist, and you're all a bunch of.
It's terrible and racist.
We've just resorted. If we don't get the point, we have a hissy fit.
You're all a bunch of alpacas.
I think I pulled that back pretty well, though.
I think considering that yours was no real consequence compared to like pissing hot coffee.
James started off quite strong, actually.
He did. I was worried.
And then it
I
just
was
went...
worried. I was thinking the entire time, I'll just wear some gloves. Then you said the gloves will turn into things. And I went, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Gloves,
thought that was it.
gloves made of plant.
Gloves made of living things. So at the end of that round, I have now grown to 7 points. I'm buzzing.
So it's 997.
997. I'm catching. It's better than I've been for the last 2 episodes.
Yes, that's true. Can Kirk make it 998?
Can Captain Kirk catch up?
Well, that's for us to decide. Well, James to decide.
Yeah, with... Oh, no, it's my question next, isn't it?
No.
No? Oh, no,
No.
no, sure, yeah, you next.
Yeah, I'm next, and I've
True.
got a fierce one for you, boys.
Shit.
Right. Okay, guys. So, question 2 is my question. I'm so pumped for this one. You guys are going to fucking love it.
I'm pumped for it with you.
Right. I'm sure our listeners know by now that we love a superhero on this podcast.
Sure.
I think that's probably a bit of an understatement, but we love a superhero. So, you must have heard the old internet game. The colour of your shirt plus the object to your left is your superhero name. I want you to convince me who is the better superhero.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Do I get to pick?
I'll let you pick an object from your left.
So you can pick from up there, I'll pick from these two tables here.
Yep. Kirk, to help you at all, you're allowed to look in that pouch.
In the pouch.
I know what's in the pouch.
Okay, if that's your choice, I'm just saying.
Can I look inside your PlayStation controller?
No. Come on then, boys. What we got?
Oh, man.
Oh, you got on there.
Okay.
What is that?
Yeah, I've got one.
I don't want that.
I think I've got one.
I've got... it's a choice between two in it. Do we...
So to put it into perspective, your powers are going to come from...
Is mine white or red?
I'll let you pick, whichever one sounds better.
Pink.
I'll go red because his is very white.
His is
My
grey.
light grey.
Possibly,
grey.
I'd say grey, or I would let him get away with Heather.
Oh.
But Heather's probably not a good superhero.
No,
so.
Yeah.
Heather sounds
grey.
like your nan.
Heather mug.
Grey.
Right, okay, so...
I'm going to go for...
Okay, so throw them out at me, boys. Who wants to go first?
I'm going to go for the red remote.
The red remote.
Oh, that
like
sounds great.
alliteration.
It was a toss-up between the red remote, the red lamp, and the red fan. I mean,
I've
the
also got
three obvious.
alliteration.
Okay.
I've gone with the grey gas gauge.
The grey
Ooh.
gas gauge.
I like it.
There is
Okay.
a gas meter over here.
Okay, the grey gas gauge. Okay. So come on then, guys. Give me your powers. I'm Marvel, DC, and I'm looking to add a character to the lineup. I want you to create these worlds for me. What are your powers?
I have the power to control all electronics
Oh, okay.
remotely.
Okay.
Um,
See, you could have gone down like a psychic route, couldn't you? You could have said like remote. You could have still been like, I have the power to control people's minds.
well, I could have,
But you've gone with...
but
It's gone with that,
I
Johnny.
like the remote is like a technology
Yeah.
aspect.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got that. So long as it takes to AA batteries.
Is that your limitation? So here's what we're going to do, guys. I want you to explain your powers first to me. Then we're
Yep.
going to have like your origin story, then your kryptonite, and then
Oh,
your,
okay.
your supervillain. So you can build this little world for me. Okay.
Yeah.
So come on then. So
So
your
my powers are I can take control of technology.
Yep.
Anything electrical.
okay.
So I can turn things on, turn things off. Make things explode, make things heat up too much. Anything that an electric item does,
Okay.
I can cause it to do that
Okay.
remotely. I
Remotely.
don't have to touch it.
So how far away do you have to be?
As far as infrared lets you.
Yeah.
Fine.
Are you using infrared or Bluetooth?
Yeah, as long as I think to keep it like fair, it's got to be within a reasonable vicinity, right?
Come on, he's got to be infrared remote.
Oh yeah,
Can't be anything else.
Infrared remote.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
red remote.
Okay. So
Infra in brackets.
so are we? So okay then. So are we saying as long as you've got a direct line of sight to it?
Yeah. Or it's like, say if I was in the kitchen and I knew the TV was in here, I could probably.
But infrared doesn't travel through walls.
Yeah, but
No.
you guys
You
are
have to be
calling
able to
me
see it.
infrared, not me.
You're literally red.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. So Dan's got the power of within a reasonable distance controlling electronics.
Within the line of sight, yes.
Right.
Up to just under a mile.
Kirk.
I am the grey gas gauge.
Yep.
Firstly, I can detect where there is gas.
Right.
So, although not a great power, it's pretty. Hang on. You can't just laugh. I said initially, not a great power, except for the fact that I can save lives by going, I know there is gas here. I don't know how much there is.
You're a carbon monoxide meter.
That's just one. That's just one of my things. That's just one of my things.
I've just got this image. There's like a burning high-rise tower. The firemen are in there, and you kick the door to go, there's toxic fumes in the air. And they're all there in their fucking masks, like, yes.
Goodbye.
But now, allow me to finish. Allow me to finish. Right. So I have detected the gas. I then can absorb it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And the more I absorb, the more powerful I become.
Right.
Which then I can use to my will
Okay.
in certain areas.
So are you talking like you can like absorb it and then expel it to poison people?
They're kind of like
And to knock
I can take carbon monoxide and
yeah.
pump it out wherever I like.
And can you manipulate that as well in terms of like...
It also gives me power, so I can levitate because I can push gas downwards.
Okay.
So you'd have like gas propelled rocket.
Yes.
So you're like
yeah.
Just like fart core.
I'm literally
Fart man.
I'm literally farting hydrogen out my ass. Yeah.
Okay. And then like...
Which
Okay.
of course is also flammable.
Yeah.
So used in any kind of fire situation.
Okay. That's not bad.
But are you flammable as well?
Where we get to talk about our flaws.
Right. Okay.
We have to have flaws.
You put the gas in there, then you leave and then set it on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Set it on fire remotely.
So Dan has the ability to manipulate electronics. Kirk has the ability to store and then use gas in a variety of ways. Okay.
Yeah.
So Kirk, what's your origin story? How did you get this power?
How did I get this power? Well, I think I was
A radioactive carbon monoxide alarm bit him.
No, even better. I was working at British Gas.
Okay.
Smelt about fart.
Larry had Chinese the night before.
I was working as a boiler man.
Right. Okay.
Right. And while I was in someone's house, there was a gas leak.
Okay.
And the person who owned the house
Pulled out a straw.
No, was a keen smoker.
Oh no.
Yep. And I was saying, don't do that just in case.
Yeah.
You don't know. I can't tell right now if there is anything, but just don't do it. There is a bit of a smell in the air, but I'm not totally sure. They light the lighter. There is a big explosion. The little gas meter that was on the wall to do with the boiler gets fixed in my chest.
Oh, like Iron Man style.
Kind of. Yeah.
Instead
So
of
I've
like
got
the
a
arc
gas
reactor, he's got a fucking smart meter in his chest.
I am the grey gas cage. Right? Now, gas is colourless. Therefore, all the colour was drained.
That's why you're grey.
Which is why I'm grey.
Oh, that's clever. I like that. Does the gas meter indicate how much gas you have to use at your disposal?
It does indeed.
So, like, the more that you absorb, it'll go like...
It goes up and up and up. And I have to be careful. One of my flaws is that it can't go over.
Okay, so
have to be very
if you overpressure...
Yeah, then like that boiler, explodes.
So you have to fart quite regularly.
That could be one way. Sure.
Maybe I have this power already.
I see Dan does fart and burp a lot.
Yeah.
So
I'm already
we
there.
found his thing.
Put me in it.
So Kirk's origin story.
Gas chamber.
Kirk's origin.
Oh no! Fuck's sake! It was so clean.
Kirk's origin story. He
That's pretty good.
is the gas chamber the name of your like bat cave? Quick, electric boy, to the gas chamber.
It's actually red remote, but okay. Just following on like, at least get my name right.
Holy triple A's, gas man.
The gas man.
Okay, anyway. So Kirk, a loyal gas company employee who got injured in a deadly explosion but somehow survived thanks to the gas meter in his heart.
Yes.
That gave him his amazing gas absorption powers.
Yes.
How did the red remote get his powers?
A freak accident, right?
Standard, yeah, okay.
You know.
He wasn't born with him.
You're born with it. Maybe it's
red remote.
So he's walking along, going on a nice little stroll. In some little hilly area.
Was he listening to a podcast?
Might have been. Who knows? There's one good one I've heard of. It's Wood Panther Killer Raccoon in the Wild. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I've heard that's pretty good.
Yeah. So he's walking along
to it.
and there was a guy trying to fix his car, like jumpstart his car, and he was like, "Oh, do you need a hand with anything?" And he goes over and he goes to help him, and because he's on like quite a hilly area, the car starts to roll towards him. And he's like, "Oh no, oh no!" And he's being pushed along by the car with the bonnet open and the wires on it. And he thinks, "I've got to grab onto something." So what does he do? Grabs the battery of the car. He then gets launched.
That really accessible, like that really easy to hold.
You know the bits.
Terminals. So rather than holding the fucking bonnet or the bumper or the windscreen wipers, even
in his
Grab the red wire.
panic because it's starting to run him over, he just grabs, and then he gets shocked and shot into the distance. And he lands
Team
on
Rocket style.
Yeah, and he lands on a telephone wire.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
And then he just died.
And this is all in like his weird, like, the 10 seconds before his brain shuts off.
And as absorbed gas, he absorbs the electric and finds.
I feel like you're ripping off Gasman a bit here.
No.
I feel like that's not very unique.
Well, that's you. When you get powers, you've got to absorb something, don't you?
No.
But what about the remote style of it?
He could have had,
Like,
he could
where
have
did
had
that come from?
surgery.
Well, that comes afterwards because
Okay.
he's gained this electrical power, and he realizes he can control electric things, and he's like, "Well, what controls electric things? Remotes."
Okay, so it was a name he gave himself.
Yeah, and the power button typically on a remote is red.
Okay.
Mm.
So is that like a power button on your super suit?
Yeah, I've got
Your
like an
logo
arc
is-
reactor that's a power button.
So is your logo like a power button?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be cool.
I'm assuming yours is literally just like a gas
Little
gauge.
flame.
Like a little,
little
yeah, a
flame.
little.
Little flame. The blue flame.
Literally the British gas logo.
Sponsored by British Gas.
Hey, I'm still an employee. I didn't die and I didn't get fired.
Hello, my boiler's gone. Can you send someone? Yeah, sure. We'll send the gas man round.
So a bit
the
now,
grey gas gauge is here.
I was going to
No,
keep this
it's
as a
just Phil.
surprise, but you've kind of already stumbled upon it, which I was going to bring this up and say, well, Superman has Clark Kent, who works as a journalist, right? He works for a paper
Yeah.
because he can get places quite quickly and still do his job well. I can still do my job well, but this time I can detect gas without
Yeah.
having to use anything. And I can walk in there and know where the issues are.
Yeah,
So is your Batmobile a British gas fan?
yeah,
It's a Volkswagen Caddy.
It's a Volkswagen Caddy in blue
Yeah.
with an emergency hotline number.
Yeah, it
If
is.
you smell gas, call the grey gas gauge on 0800 174 364 529.
What I call this now? Let's see if that's where that goes.
Well, when you edit, you can listen again and give it a buzz.
0800 564.
No, I didn't say it again. He can listen again when he edits it.
Okay. So, Daniel,
My day job, I work at one of them dodgy.
we've added in day job. Okay.
Well, I was trying to compare myself to Clark Kent.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
So,
so
what's
my
your
one-
day job?
I work in like one of them, like we buy electrics off you stores. You know, one of them sketchy.
I thought you were going to say like
He
Maplins.
works at Cash Generator.
Yeah, like
That's a shame. I wanted you to say Maplins.
because
Like,
do I have
the
to be a
last-
superhero?
The last Maplins in the country.
Do I have to be do I have to be a superhero?
Yes, you're a superhero.
I'm going to be a naughty superhero, an anti-hero. And someone comes to buy a laptop that blatantly doesn't work, and I'm there like making it work. Oh, it's fine. Buy this, and then they take it away, and it's fine. No, it's not fine.
It's not fine.
And then they bring it in like there's something wrong with it. No, there isn't.
You have to move your fingers like,
Just-
no, there
it's-
isn't.
it's
He's
just-
a menace.
It's just hovering above my hands, and I'm going. Zzz, it's fine.
He's in red and he's a menace.
Somebody's just there.
Dennis.
Dennis the Menace.
Someone's there just like, dude, I really don't think that the Samsung Galaxy S4 should float and glow purple.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So, Dan, what's your kryptonite?
Um,
What's that thing that, like, is your biggest weakness?
probably like a brick wall.
Concrete block. So the Thing from Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
You can't get through that. Which ironically my biggest weakness is also a Fantastic Four, which is the flaming torch.
The Human Torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuming
Fire.
The flaming torch is his gay friend.
He's on fire.
Okay, so I'm gonna change that then. So your kryptonite is brick,
Concrete.
solid
Solid objects.
And lead.
The things that infrared can't travel
Yeah,
through.
which is most things. Curtains.
Yeah. Infrared is a really low wavelength.
It really is bad.
And your kryptonite is open flames.
Open flames. Gotta stay
So-
away from those.
Surely it's just over the top heat as well.
No, because
Or is it-
gas has to. Gas.
I
Has to be
suppose, yeah.
sparked.
Like gas copper pipes get really hot.
Sparks.
Sparks
You
as
can't. You can't flick on a light
Ooh.
because they spark.
So
You can't have a gas hob.
oh yeah, I imagine your character would be fully in on gas. Like
I'm LED'd up.
You are.
you'd have like gas lamps in your house.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Like you'll
But
have,
you couldn't have a gas hob because
No.
as soon as you light it, spark.
That's true.
yeah,
Yeah.
halogen.
Everything would be battery powered,
Yeah.
but everything would also keep turning off because I'm
So-
sat outside your window.
So
You've got nothing better to do with your powers down than yeah.
so both of you would be fucked in the in like the end game style. New York is crumbling, the buildings are on fire type of scenario.
Well, I can control all electronic technology, so
Yeah,
I could
but-
take control of cars
Well, when I say
and clear the way.
fire is a weakness of mine, that's only if it's aimed at me.
yeah.
Only if it's within
populate-
your gassy
Yeah.
within your
Yeah,
gassy
but-
facility.
Yeah, but also that means that you're not exactly going to run into a burning building to save someone.
No, I'll let him do that.
Who is your arch nemesis?
Him.
You didn't see that coming?
No, I didn't see that coming.
The only other hero I know in existence is that one.
My arch nemesis is the Invisible Monk.
The one who can only go invisible when he screams.
Yeah.
See, Dan, if you had any sense of imagination, your evil nemesis would be a guy called Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
And he'd have like a single like
But
fan.
surely it'd be like someone who's like
Yeah, but his like real name would be like William Ficus or something because it's Wi-Fi.
I was thinking maybe it'd be more like someone made of rock, like the Thing.
No, it has to. You have to remember with like the classic supervillains, they almost have to be like a parody or like a variation. Like think.
My supervillain would be female,
Okay.
and she'd be called Ultraviolet.
Oh, I like that.
I like
right,
it.
we're there. Okay.
Mm.
And what does Ultraviolet do to you?
Oh God. So I don't really know enough about Ultraviolet.
She has the power to cause cancer.
Yeah, gamma.
She has the power
She's
to
going around
radiate things.
like being a radiator.
I think you just go with like the powers of radiation, like to be able to like basically she's a nuclear bomb in a person.
But she can like
If you wear white around her, you're very bright.
she can like localize it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So like she can like destroy cells from the inside. And
Yeah.
Mm.
okay, Kirk, who's your villain?
She also shows all your cum stains.
Yeah, that's true.
All over her face.
Who's your villain?
It's Dino Rod.
Dino Rod. Yes, I love it. I love it. What's Dino
Mortal
Rod?
enemy.
What's Dino Rod's power?
British gas. Well, Dino Rod is Dino Rod is plumbing, right?
Yeah, it's like sewage.
Yeah, sewage.
So Severn Trent.
No. So
it's not a mortal enemy in terms of like.
it is. It is great though. It's like
Is it? I've never heard of it. Is it an actual?
They're like an emergency plumbing company.
It's an actual company.
yeah. Dino Rod is a
the ones
real.
that
you're
the
having
like- orange
So you're having like
vans.
a company like based
So
on-
he's-
it's got
They have their
British
own.
Gas versus Dino Rod, but Dino Rod sounds
It's
like
just the mascot.
like it's like kind of a when Dino Rod employee Rodney Diamond fell down a sewer and was attacked by a bunch of mutant rats, he became the evil Dr. Dino Rod.
So basically,
It makes it sound like it's him versus just all of Dino Rod, all the employees.
It's going to be great because
just
you've got-
doing their own business.
Honestly, I'm sorry. Kirk, you've just won this round, mate, with Dino Rod.
That's good.
I've just got this image now of like grey gas gauge and his fucking variety of enemies, and it's like the evil Dr. Dino Rod, Seven and Trent,
the evil twins.
Evil twin.
Yeah, basically. But the problem with these guys, though, is that in one episode of this animation we're now in, there's this tunnel, right? Yeah, there's this tunnel,
Right.
and at one end is sewage,
Yeah.
and at the other end is me with gas, and we're both trying to take over this pipe, which for some reason I've said is very, very important. I haven't got quite there yet, but it's very important.
For some reason.
But that's how we are in battle. But not only that, but sewage does create its own gas,
Yeah.
so it's a constant problem for me.
Yep. But
Yeah.
you can absorb the gas.
I can, but I got to keep doing it.
Wouldn't you be
Like,
better off?
I've only got a certain amount.
Is it like Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire when they do the
Yeah.
two spells and they're like,
Expelliarmus versus Avada Kedavra,
Kedavra.
which makes no fucking sense.
no.
Because one's a disarming spell, one's a killing spell. How the hell do they counteract each other? Fuck knows. Anyway, that's what it's like, yeah.
Sorry guys. So Kirk, well done. You've got the point.
Thank you.
I just really want to dive into the world of this now. Sorry. So like, there's Dino Rod, the evil twins, Seven and Trent. What else is
We
there?
need some more gas. Eon.
Eon.
Eon is just a flame. He's my actual mortal enemy.
I think Eon could be your sidekick.
No. His sidekicks is Gaz and Lecky, isn't it?
Like Tweedledum and Tweedledee of this world.
They're like Pain and Panic from Hercules.
Thames water. He's very tame.
It's the Frack Man.
The fragment.
You could have like this whole thing about like your whole arc is about like clean energy and stuff, but like you could be opposed to it. So it's like oh my god, it's turbine. it's like constant
Turbine and Cyclone. Oh god, and there's solar as well.
Shouldn't you just be absorbing all the greenhouse gases?
Well, yeah. But I don't have my cool enemies like Solar Man.
They're coming at you like we're villains. Hang on, I'm saving the planet here. Give me a second.
Solaris.
The water mill.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Isn't that just Seven and Trent?
Yeah.
Daddy Nuke.
Oh god, that's the end game right there. The nuke comes in. Can the grey gas gauge take on the nuke?
Bunsen burner.
Instead of Duke Nukem, which says Luke Nukem.
Oh Jesus!
I
Christ.
won.
Yeah, well done, Kirk. What does that put you on? 8 now.
7.
7.
9. Is it 10, 9, 7? Is it? No.
10, 9, 7.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, because I won. I won the first round, didn't I? No, Kirk won the first round, didn't he?
Yeah, so he is on 8.
Yeah.
Oh, am I? Am I winning? I am winning.
Yeah.
I've done it, guys. I've done it. I've done it.
And now one of us gets to expand our lead on you.
Yeah, but only one of you.
True.
Only one of you.
Who's going to be the first person to get to 10 points?
Kirk.
Kirk's going to give himself the point.
Yeah.
I've tried to do that.
Okay, guys, we just talked about heroes. We're now going to talk about villains.
Thunderclap there, Kirk.
Yeah, sure. I'll put another one in. Disney villains, to be exact.
Okay.
And
Love a bit of Disney. We love a bit of Disney on this podcast.
I'm imagining right now.
No.
The ultimate Disney villain, Mickey Mouse.
And all the Disney princesses and everything.
Jeez. We like Disney on this show.
We do. We've been very Disney heavy the past couple of episodes.
It's true, but it's good. It's good. That's what Disney Plus is for.
Yep.
Now, I'm imagining a bit like in Wreck-It Ralph, where they have that AA meeting with all the villains from all the video games. There's one of those, but Disney.
Right.
And they're all sat in a room.
Like, you're talking like a church community centre type.
Exactly.
Villains Anonymous.
Yeah, the villains are all there. It's the VA.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the good guys, let's pick someone like, I don't know, Zeus or someone, has from Disney Hercules, has come out and said, look, we're going to allow one of you into the hero circle. But only one. Now,
right.
You're now in your character select mode. You're going to pick one of these villains sat in this church hall to fight against the other person's, the winner of that gets to go into the hero circle and have their own heroes movie.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to throw out some questions.
Sure.
I've already decided, so it's kind of irrelevant, but when you say Disney, classic Disney Pixar, wider Disney World.
No Pixar.
Does that also mean no Star Wars, Marvel?
No Star Wars and Marvel. Classic Disney animation.
Classic Disney.
Yeah.
Okay.
But classic as in pre-99?
Yeah, no, that's sound. So, Hades.
Good one.
My
Good
personal favourite villain.
Hades.
Yeah.
Hades is up there for me as well.
So good.
James Woods as Hades.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible. But I was like, oh my God, Kirk, you've picked the perfect scenario here because you're saying Zeus is going to let the winner have a heroes movie. Hades is a god himself. He's already technically one of them. He just fell out with his brother.
Yeah.
So...
And then tried to kill the whole amount of
The thing is, Hades hates Zeus. But
Zeus,
right, like, if we're talking about the start of the film, Zeus doesn't hate Hades. He's like really happy to see him. Like, but
you'll work yourself to death. Work yourself to death.
But then by the end of the film, he's like, noddy.
Because he realizes that Hades took Hercules.
Hades! Who plays Zeus? I can't remember. I know James Woods does Hades, but it could be fucking Brian Blessed for all I know.
It isn't. I thought it was for a while.
It's
I
got that voice.
Not long ago.
What's his name?
I know Hercules is Tate Donovan.
Really?
Yeah.
And Philatites is
Danny DeVito.
good old Danny DeVito.
You know, technically Hercules and Ariel are related.
Yeah.
Because Zeus is Neptune. Zeus is related to... Zeus is Neptune's brother. And Trident is Neptune's son.
Yeah.
I mean, Hercules and Ariel are both ginger.
Yeah, that's a massive part of it as well.
Ariel isn't ginger. She's literally got red hair.
Oh, well.
Counts.
Red. Like pure red.
Like Red Remote.
Yeah. Just like Red Remote.
So Dan,
Red Remote can turn into a mermaid. But the fish side is the top.
Oh, God, not again.
Throwbacks.
Rip Torn.
So, yes, Rip Torn.
Rip Torn.
He's from Men in Black.
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
work yourself to death.
Do they have to fight? Okay. I've got like a spinning wheel of villains in my head.
So while Dan's thinking about his villains, James, I want you to think as villains. I want you to also think about the end thing. So let's say your character wins the fight. I want you also to imagine what your hero's story arc is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay? With your villain as a hero, like what is that?
That's cool. I could do that. Mm-hmm. Is that going to be a deciding factor in your decision?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how obscure to go.
Not only does your villain need to be good enough to beat the other villain, it has to have a
good
enough change.
Yeah. Do you two know who Chernobog is?
No.
Have you seen Fantasia?
Fucking hell, a long time ago.
The big sort of black demon thing that comes out the mountain.
How do you know his name?
I told you.
Oh, that guy. He's terrifying.
He
looks a bit like the gargoyle from Hunchback, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to Disneyland 15 times in my life.
Gee.
Chernobog.
Chernobog.
Disneyland in Florida or Disney World?
Paris.
Oh, Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Chernobog.
My mum's a big Disney person, so I'm very up to speed on Disney.
So his occupation is Lord of Bald Mountain.
Yep.
Okay. So I think we're fairly evenly matched.
I'm kind of thinking because Hades is quite powerful. So,
Yeah.
like Scar's useless. Captain Hook useless.
Well,
Jafar's okay.
So here you go. You know how Disney love to make their shit link. In Hercules when he's getting painted for the portrait, the lion skin is wearing his scar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm glad.
Mm.
I'm glad, but that also says then, canonically speaking, the Lion King was set before Hercules.
Yeah. Well, there were lions in Africa at that time.
There were lions in Europe at that time. Lions.
Well, that's why.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
They were in Greece.
So, Chernobog is a demon. and Hades is a god of death.
Hades basically rules demons, man. Hades is like Pain and Panic, they're demons.
Right.
So, like, basically, what you're saying,
Chernobog is a beefed up Pain and Panic.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
but
Who doesn't want to work for him anymore?
yeah, that's it. Hades is his boss, and Chernobog, deep down,
No.
is probably going to want that paycheck still.
No.
So Hades has some pretty, like, Hades is basically fire is his bag, right?
Yeah.
So he's pretty good. Like, he's pretty good with like finger blasters. He's got the flaming hair.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically like the Human Torch.
I wouldn't push it that far.
Plus, he's got that thing where he can like generate things from the smoke.
That's cool. Yeah.
So in theory,
Like smoke screens and
yeah, but he can
kind of like
but he can make physical manifestations.
he makes the
out.
bottle out of it, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he can also like he can make physical. Yeah, as you say,
It makes like a plinth appear, doesn't it? At one point. Yeah.
But it's not even just like the plinth is a smoky plinth, right? Yeah. But with the bottle is like he just plucks it out of midair, and it's a physical bottle that Hercules then drinks. So he basically not only has the power of fire, but he can manifest whatever he wants. So okay, Chernobog is a big geezer, but Hercules, Hades could basically just make himself that size by like smoking himself to some like giant mech suit type thing if he wanted to.
Okay.
He's also got, I mean, what are we talking in terms of assistance here? Like, are we talking like a Pain and Panic in there with him? Or has he got access to the Hydra? Has he got access to the Titans?
No, it's just those two. Literally, Zeus has come into this boardroom and said, "You guys can fight now.
We need a villain.
We need a new hero."
So Hades is going to start launching office supplies.
Here's a desk.
He's going to be on fire.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's going to be like Sharpie, but it's on fire as it's flying towards him.
So to counter that, this doesn't count as bringing stuff with you because he can literally spawn shadow monsters from his body.
Okay, nice.
So he would be doing that. They'd be catching the office supplies, chucking them back.
Nice.
Yeah, but then Hades can also, because he can manifest things, in theory, he could be like, oh, you know that big fucking Hydra that I had? Smoky version. And he'll have Smoky H, the Hydra. And he'll manifest Dan to fight Chernobog.
Yo,
Smoky D.
what's up?
Interesting.
So now Dan has to either admit that he couldn't beat Chernobog.
I don't think I could beat Chernobog. He's a big mountain boy.
Big mountain demon boy.
Yeah.
The only thing with Hades, James, is he's famous for making other people do his work for him.
Yeah, but he would also kick dick if he needs to.
Have we seen that though?
No.
Well, there's the whole scene, isn't there, with the Fates, where they're like, they've got that little chessboard, and they make it quite clear that he needs to be involved.
Right.
With it, because they're basically like, they're moving his little chess piece and being like, you dick him, you dick him, you dick him.
That's true. Do you know what? That is some great knowledge right there. That's some great memory. That's a good one.
So Hades actually,
he does ride around on his little chariot thing as well.
Yeah.
Hades does dick people.
He does smoky air donuts.
Also, Hades is a clever guy, and he can sap people's powers, as we know when he makes the deal with Hercules.
Yeah, but Chernobog ain't about to make a deal.
But does he have to make a deal?
Yeah.
I don't think that the law is that he has to make a deal. It's just that
I think because it's only shown that when he makes a deal, it is.
True.
He doesn't just sap powers willy-nilly, does he? Otherwise, he'd do that to Zeus.
Who are the other villains that are in them?
All of them.
So, like,
all of them
in theory...
They're all just watching, like...
Yeah, they're watching the thing going,
so
oh, well.
Theory,
are they all battling it out as well?
That'd be so funny.
The others just like, fuck this, I don't want to be a hero.
I don't... Yeah.
Because in theory, like, I could then make
it's almost like a lottery, as in, it's a bit like Hunger Games.
Right.
Yeah.
Where they've chosen a volunteer.
Because I could...
And they've got the two screens and they're cycling. And it goes... And everyone goes, whoa!
Because I could also make a deal with any of the other villains in that room to gain their power. Like, I could make a deal with Jafar.
That's cool.
To get his mind control powers.
That's cool, but I'm not allowing it.
Okay.
What?
It's cool, but I'm not allowing it.
Why?
No.
It's one of Hades' abilities.
To take other people's powers.
Yes.
But only if they make a deal.
Yeah.
And that's assuming they'd happily make a deal with you.
And what I'm
Yeah.
saying is that
They're willing to lose their power to give you a shot at
Yeah.
becoming a
it's
hero. That's not a
it's a
villain
time
thing.
limited thing, isn't it? It's like I only need it for a day.
No, doesn't he suck out Hercules' power for a while?
No, it's like he's 1 hour, isn't it? Isn't he like you just have it for 1 hour under
Yeah,
condition
actually,
that
Oh, yeah,
Meg
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
get hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jafar could literally be like, "Oh, you
That's
can have
true.
it for 10 minutes.
Ooh, do you know what? That's a good point.
Hmm.
You can have it for
What do
10
you think, Dan?
minutes."
Should I let him have it?
No.
No?
Because he's going to lose.
I was under the impression that when they were chosen, they'd be taken to.
That was sort of,
You made it under the impression to me that we were sat in a fucking community centre.
yeah, but then you were going to
Like,
get up on stage and fight.
If I want to fucking sling a plastic chair at him, I can't.
Yeah, and then I thought that they were going to get up and all the other villains were going to be like "Ooh, ooh," around the edge.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
but if
That's-
like,
yeah.
so it's Fight Club.
Yeah.
It's Fight Club in someone's basement. That doesn't
Okay,
mean there's not people.
But I have got
around.
one thing to say that may go in your favor,
Right.
which is I'm also considering, from the villains you've chosen, I'm also considering the kind of hero that beat you.
Right.
You were beaten by a god.
Yep.
You were beaten by Mickey Mouse.
As
Yeah.
a wizard.
As a wizard.
A wizardy mouse.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Although, have you watched Fantasia?
Not for a long time. You might have to remind
It's
me.
two separate stories.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what was he beaten by?
Chernobog was not defeated.
Oh, he wasn't
He
defeated.
cast the planet
Undefeated.
into darkness and then went to sleep.
Oh, so undefeated.
So yeah, you fucked me up there.
Apologies.
Yeah.
I thought he got beaten by Mickey Mouse.
No.
Hence why I was in
Fantasia is a
Fantasia.
whole big
Yeah,
kind of
I thought they were in the same
separate
one.
stories type thing.
Is he technically a villain then if he's not had a hero?
That's
Well,
a good point.
Yeah, because
Is he a villain?
plunged the planet into darkness.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that
And
A villain needs a hero. Who's the hero
yeah.
in that story?
If there's no good, there's no bad.
Well,
I might have to make you choose a different villain.
all the good people were just unable to stop him. Like,
Well,
you could have a villain overlord come down that no one can stop.
but like even those people get stopped eventually.
Well, not
Osama bin Laden got stopped.
So to be a villain, you have to be stopped.
Not necessarily stops, but at least have a hero that can fight you.
Yeah, there has to be like a grand.
Otherwise, it's just a story about some dude who didn't like the world.
Yeah, the difference.
Well, no
between,
one could do anything about it.
The difference between being a villain and being just a normal dickhead is the hero. Like he's just a giant dickhead. Is
Wouldn't you-
basically what you're saying. Like, what benefit has he got from plunging the world into darkness, then go to sleep?
That makes him happy.
Okay, so what's
I'd
happened?
say that's pretty villainous.
So he's a dickhead.
So what's
a
happened?
villain.
He's a dickhead.
No. What's happened in this?
He's in the Disney archives as a Disney villain.
Okay. Do
But
we need to
he's-
go back to the villains Wikipedia to try and work out like what's the right? Okay, I've got Chernobog loaded up. Chernobog, origin Fantasia, 1940. So he's pretty damn old.
He's old.
Oh boy, that's why I went to sleep.
Lord of Bold Mountain, powers, demonic powers, umbrakinesis, whatever the fuck that is, hellfire, summoning demons,
Fire.
conjuring and transforming the souls of the doomed, soul manipulation, hobby, raising the dead only to kill them again, turning beauty into ugliness. Sounds like a bit
Oh,
of a,
umbrakinesis is what you're describing, where he's able to manifest darkness
Yeah.
and travel through shadows.
so just remember all that, guys, because let's talk about Hades.
Okay.
Hades, Lord of the Dead, ruler of the underworld, supreme nether underlord.
I feel like Chernobog and Hades get on quite well.
Yeah, I think they probably would. Your most lugubriousness, as by Pain. Ruler of the underworld, member of the Council of Disney Villains in Kingdom Hearts. So that says that he's already got some sway in this
Stature.
to me. Power skills, omnipotence, pyrokinesis, umbrakinesis, summoning demons, necromancy, teleportation, charisma, manipulation, deception, immortality, intimidation.
Very similar powers.
Pretty much the same, yeah.
Hobby, making manipulative deals, flirting with women, torturing Hercules and his close friends, causing havoc, abusing pain and panic. Goals, overthrow Zeus and conquer Olympus so he can finally leave his job as ruler of the underworld. Unleash the Titans upon Olympus and rule over the cosmos. Kill Hercules and anyone who stands in his way. Crimes,
So,
Grand Theft Animarum. Usurpation, enslavement, attempted nepticide.
I was going to say Grand Theft Chariot.
Attempted fratricide,
Grand Theft
torture,
Child.
public endangerment,
Public endangerment.
psychological abuse, treason, conspiracy, kidnapping, stalking, terrorism, blackmail, animal cruelty, mass murder.
Goodness.
Type of villain, wrathful death god.
So, to
Very similar.
go on to a point you brought up at the start, like how would they turn into a hero?
Yes, so I was about to say, let me set the mood first.
So your type of villain, is demonic tyrant.
Okay, so you've thrown punches at each other, and Zeus is stood there going, you two are very similar. This is weird. And you're throwing the same powers at each other, and you're going, oh, well, I can't even tell whose dark matter is who now.
It's just a room of darkness.
Room of darkness.
Yep.
So he says, right,
All you
stop.
see is this flame on his head.
He says, stop. Right. Now, I told you before, I've only got 5 minutes for this. So we need to make sure that we get the right hero.
Right.
So what hero powers are you going to have using the powers you have? Like, how are you going to change yourself for good?
Well, he's literally trying to overthrow you. So, like what? His main goal is to overthrow Zeus.
But now,
so he's going to say anything
the
like
hero side of it is going to be different, isn't it? So, like, what you're trying to ask, Kirk, is what would Hades hero arc?
Yes. What was Hades' hero arc in his own hero movie be?
Right. So Hades would start off as Lord of the Underworld.
Yep.
As he always does. And he would go to an Olympus party as he's invited. And I think Hades would
I really want to give him a point. Not the point for the round, but like something that
go on.
It was going to help you. Would he just do his job?
No.
Would he not just do his job?
No. So this is where I'm going, right? This is how I would do it. So Hades Hades is god of the underworld. He's doing his bits. He gets invited to a party up in Olympus, very similar to the start of Hercules, because I think there'd be a bit of a throwback there, so that people are like, oh yeah, it's just like Hercules 2.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's having a good time. Hades is a bit of an anti-hero in that he's still not, at least at the start of the film, he's still not particularly happy about Greek gods.
Okay.
And Zeus.
Being banished to the underworld.
Zeus and, his job and all that shit, right? But then there's a great tragedy. That great tragedy is the Norse gods attack and steal away Zeus and Hera to start a war to take over the Greek world as well.
So Hades is now thinking, oh, they're annoying brother and brother's wife, but they're my brother and brother's wife.
Yes, exactly.
So kind of like his arc in Wrath of the Titans.
I haven't seen Wrath of the Titans.
So Hades in Wrath of the Titans basically goes, you're not allowed to kill Zeus, that's my job. And he gets mad at his own dad.
See, kind of like that. I would... So the Norse gods have taken
But yeah, there's
Zeus.
no Norse in Wrath of the...
Yeah.
I like that.
So the Norse gods have taken them away.
Yeah.
And the other gods in kind of... like I don't know, fear or in the aftermath of the battle have scattered.
They're not sure how to take on these new gods.
Yeah. So Hades, in my movie trailer voice, must assemble a team of other Greek gods to mount a comeback against the Norse gods to try and get Zeus and Hera back.
Nice.
He succeeds in the end of the film, spoilers, and in doing so, is relieved of his position in the underworld, which is granted to Odin for being a salty little bitch. And
I Dan's name was Odin.
so then basically the film ends with, I'm saying Odin, it could be a different Norse god.
Sure.
One of the Norse gods ending up basically in Hades' position, while Hades becomes a hero and lauded as the savior of Olympus.
I like it strong. It's strong.
It's like a redemption arc.
Yep. I think
and he goes from being, I hate Olympus is full of snobby bastards, to really building some friendships with the likes of Narcissus, Aphrodite,
Hermes.
Hermes is a great one. What's the guy with the hammer who makes all of Zeus's lightning bolts?
Not sure.
I can tell you.
He's the I'm sure he's the equivalent. Is he Ares?
No.
Ares is one of them, though. He's the one with the spear and
the god
shield.
of war, yeah.
But
he's a bit of a villainous. Kind of.
But
Not in Hercules.
But I feel like I feel like Hades and Ares could have some top banter throughout that. Like, I feel like Ares is going to be the... What you call it? Like, the like the unwilling participant.
Yeah.
Like, Hades is going to be like, we're getting together a team. He's like, don't count on me. Like, in the moments of the final battle when they're starting to get pushed
Although
back.
Ares is literally the god of war, so
Yeah.
he would revel at the chance to fight.
I know.
Pick someone else for that point.
Okay. Pick
Hermes.
Well, it would probably be Narcissus, actually, wouldn't it?
To be fair,
Narcissus, because he's very, like...
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
want to.
he'd be like, no, I'm not getting involved. And then everyone's like, we're falling back, we need... And then Narcissus rains down, like, who's ready for me? And starts throwing mirrors at people.
Point, where was Narcissus during the whole Medusa battle? Because a mirror would have sorted that right out.
He was looking in it.
And then, like, Poseidon would be there. And I think King Trident would probably be there just because he's a thick-ass pog daddy.
God's sake.
He would be fighting Neptune, wouldn't he?
No, Poseidon would be there.
Yeah.
And Neptune's Roman, not
Is he?
Norse.
Which one's the Norse one?
Wet boy. Wetty. Moist Mike.
Who was it in is it God of War? That's Norse, right?
God of War's weird, isn't it?
I can't
It's
remember. That started off Greek, didn't it? And
oh, God. It's going to really annoy me when I see it.
yeah. Well, can I go on to my film now?
It's Ran,
Ran.
the Norse water god. Ran.
Well, there's also Njord.
There's a few you can
Evil
remember.
twins, Seven and
Yes.
Trent.
By the way, what I'm going to do...
So, have you seen
It's a long time ago.
what this is from? So, have you seen any Fantasia at all?
I remember...
Familiar with
Yeah, I must have seen it when I was a kid.
So
yeah.
Fantasia's whole thing is like it's an orchestra, it plays music, and they animate to the music.
Yeah.
So like Sorcerer's Apprentice is and it has all the brooms and mops and buckets going around it.
Yeah.
It plays on the beats. Well, that's every little mini animation in Fantasia does that, and it does this kind of whole like it's like I don't know what the kind of style is, but it's like a whole beautiful music where it's playing and all these demons are coming out. And he's rising up from this mountain, and he spreads the demons, casting darkness, and then at the end he sinks back into the mountain and goes to sleep. So his hero arc is just play that in reverse.
Interesting.
He gets up, sucks them all back in. It's like to some beautiful music.
That would have
Yeah, that wasn't as long as you expected it to be.
And that film is going to be Chernobog, King of Blowjobs.
But do you mean as in they literally play the track backwards, or does the orchestra turn the music upside down and play whatever comes out?
No, they'll just play a different music. They just reverse the animation.
What music are they playing, Dan?
I can't think what the music is. Like the tune of it.
So he doesn't sound like a well-rounded hero by the end of it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, he's just brought this world that's in darkness into the light and given everything life
Created the
again.
world.
Wait, though. But if we go, so
He's gone, whoopsie, my bad.
so then he's not
Sneezed out on Earth.
okay.
Sneezed out the Earth.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it. You got nothing else to add?
No. I think that's strong enough.
That's like me saying, "Oh, well, my my hero arc is going to be the opposite of Hercules, and at the end, he's just having a nice time at a
Just
pie
play
with his mate."
just play Hercules
Play it
in reverse.
backwards.
Like at the end,
He saved the child.
So, like, basically, he's freed his brother and turned his son.
He's locked up the time.
No, but
to a god.
that's different. You're playing like you're reversing the story almost, whereas mine is literally just reverse the video. Just play all the demons are going backwards into it.
So Zeus is looking disappointed, and he's going, Huh.
What have I done?
Okay. Interesting. And then some guy in a suit walks out, whispers in Zeus's ear, and Zeus goes, yours would be cheapest. Right? The guy in the suit then nods with his clipboard, and he's like, I like that one. But once again, Dan, the space is not a real friend. It is not your friend this time. James, I like the story arc of the Norse gods. I like the way you've turned Hades into this hero quite organically. I liked it. Absolutely. James takes the point and is ahead once again.
It wasn't a traditional round 3 fight, but it was quite an interesting spin on the question. I like it. I think we've gone very... I was just waiting for this episode description to be like, and we talk superheroes and villains again.
Yeah.
Dan's was basically really shit superpowers, followed by really shit superheroes, followed by villains becoming superheroes.
Nice.
But I'd like to add that, Dino Rod can suck dick.
I'm waiting for us to decide what the quote for that episode is. Right. Okay, guys, so that wraps up episode 9. We've maybe shifted the scoreboard slightly better than we thought we had. So we've got Kirk on 8 points.
Yes!
We've got Dan holding strong on 9. And I've crept into the lead with 10 thanks to that last question.
Everything to play for again. I'm back in it, boys.
Yeah.
Suck it.
So this, genuinely, it is pretty good because it means Kirk, for episode 10, the big 1-0, our 10th episode, we could be looking, potentially...
At another draw.
At another draw.
Yes.
Ooh.
If I have an absolute stinker of a game...
Which has happened before.
Kirk has an absolute blind.
We've all had a stinker.
We could all be in last place.
Kirk the most.
Yeah, Kirk's had a series of stinkers, but we've managed to build him back. So, guys, thank you very much for listening to Would a Panther Kill a Raccoon in the Wild? We look forward to bringing you episode 10 in the future. And, please give us some feedback. Give us some points on our social media pages. If you have questions to submit, you can message us on any of us on social media pages. And if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, please, please, please rate and review the episode, as it really helps us grow.
And if you're not, rate and review us anyway.
Yeah, and if you're not, rate and review us anyway. Look for us on social media. Give us a like and a follow. And we can't wait to crack on. We're down to... There's going to be 3 more episodes in season 1. So, and then it's gonna get a little bit buck wild for a while, I think. So, guys, if you have any questions that you are desperate for us to answer that could be the decider for this season, please let us know. I've been James.
I've been Captain Kirk.
I've been Smokey D.
See you in episode 10.
Oosh.